Philip, I understand you wanting to have both your family and Harley at the same time, but that is a dream, and this is reality, and that situation won't work.
It might, if you gave it a chance.
You saw how quickly things disintegrated into a shouting match when the three of us tried to discuss Lizzie. Come on, we can't get along on a good day, and with Lizzie in this state, it is just not good for her.
Look, all I'm trying to do is find a way...
I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to find a way to be there for Lizzie and me and still maintain your relationship with Harley.
Yes. And what is wrong with that?
Wrong? I don't know if it's wrong. All I know is that it won't work. I mean, I've made mistakes, and I know I should have admitted what Lizzie had done and gotten her into therapy sooner. But I was scared for her, Philip. I still am. She is so traumatized by what happened that I'm afraid to let her out of my sight. I have started sleeping next to her bed at night and just listening to her breathe. And as long as it's slow and easy, I know she's not dreaming about Carl, but as soon as she starts to toss and turn, I wake her up. I don't want anything bad to happen to her again, even in her dreams. And that's why I want us to just focus on Lizzie during her recovery. Please.
I know you love her. I do too.
And that's why I'm being honest with you. I don't think adding Harley to the mix is the answer.
Okay, I hear you. What do you think is?
I don't know. I just know that Lizzie has to come first and that I would lay down my life if I thought it would help her get better.
I know that, Beth. You already tried. It's not going to come to that again because she needs you, and you're going to be there regardless of what we decide is best for her. Just can't believe.
What? Philip, what?
You remember how when she was first born, we used to stand there, we used to stare down at her in the cradle? We used to spin all those dreams about the life we were going to give her.
I wanted her to be the first woman president, elected unanimously, of course, after saving the world from global warming.
It's okay with me. As long as it didn't interfere with that cure for cancer, she was going to fine. I wanted everything good for her. I thought I could keep anything bad from ever touching her.
Hello, Philip. Oh, good. I'm glad that you're both here. Beth and Philip, this is Sandra Cox, the social worker from Family Services, and Dr. Mary Sams, a court-appointed psychiatrist. This is an unannounced visit approved by the court, and they are here to discuss Lizzie's future.
Well, there's really nothing to discuss. Lizzie is already seeing a therapist.
Yes, Dr. Bradford.
So everything is under control.
I'm glad to hear that, but we need to make our own evaluation.
Ross, what's going on here?
The court is concerned about Lizzie's welfare, and this unannounced visit is designed to gauge, get a reading on the true situation. As custodial parent, I'm here to represent your interests.
Well, we'd like to see Lizzie now.
Well, I'm afraid you can't. She is asleep.
Then we'll wait.
Well, I would really rather that you didn't. She's had a long day, and Beth gave her some of the sedative that Dr. Bradford prescribed so that she could rest.
I see.
I have no problem putting off Lizzie's interview for a few days.
Neither do I.
Okay, good.
I'm sorry that you made this trip for nothing. Next time, if you call first, I will make sure that Lizzie is available to see you.
We're not going just yet.
There are some other issues that need to be addressed.
I would prefer to discuss those other issues with Philip and Beth in private once you leave.
Wait a minute. What issues are we talking about here?
Mr. Mueller, I'm sorry. I understand that you have a relationship with your client.
The court insists that we discuss these issues directly.
Somebody want to talk to me? Right. What issues are we
Philip,
talking about?
That's enough. It's not going to help things.
No charges have been filed against your daughter. However, she did cause a man's death, and the state can't ignore that.
But we need to determine what drove your child to commit such an act.
She was protecting me. I thought you understood that.
But we do. What we're trying to say here, Ms. Raines, is that as Lizzie's custodial parent, you bear full responsibility for her actions.
Ross, what exactly are they saying?
It's quite simple, Miss Raines. The state questions your suitability as a single parent. It might be in Lizzie's best interest not to remain in your custody.
Holly, I know what you're trying to do. It's very noble of you. Yes, indeed. There's only one little problem.
What would that be?
Well, Philip needs you now more than ever.
Yeah, I know. That's what he said. But I know that Lizzie needs him more. And I love them both too much to be, you know, a distraction. That's what I feel like. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, you know? Philip is not, he's not gonna be the strong one and break up with me, so I have to be the strong one and leave him.
Mm-hmm. You know what I think?
No, but I'm sure you're gonna tell me anyway.
I think you're a bloody idiot.
I wish you'd reconsider your decision.
No.
But the medical advances your technique could bring the world are mind-boggling, Michael. Think about all the lives that could be saved if we're allowed to clone organs.
Yeah, and that is exactly what tempted me to go to Alan in the first place, to do some good on a global scale. But the more that I thought about what it would mean to take my work and put it into the hands of someone like Alan Spaulding, the more I realized that that would do a lot more harm than good. And I used to think that that didn't matter. That as long as I got credit for the discovery, as long as I became very well respected.
Then what happened?
Vicky, there's just a lot more to human cloning than the science. There's a lot more at stake.
I don't understand.
Let's just say that a human clone would have a much bigger heart than Alan Spaulding does.
Matula! Coos, where'd you go? So, Michael, you cloned anybody lately?
I'm so glad you came back to me. I knew you would. I knew that you'd see that there was a connection between us. I mean, after all, I was created to be Reva. Your Reva. And I am your Reva now.
You're different now than you were before.
I grew to have her heart
like
and
my
her
Reva.
soul. And tonight you realize that.
Am I going crazy?
It's gonna be just like it was with her from now on, Bud. Because I am her. Through and through. What are you doing?
Calling the camp. I want to see how the kids are doing.
Joshua had to know that I was back with him. He had to. He can't deny it after the way we made love. Because nobody connects the way we do. It felt so good to be back in his arms again. And once he realizes that it really was me, then he'll believe everything that I told him was true. That she has the kids. That she's been keeping me prisoner. My children, where are they? Joshua, you have to find them. I can take care of myself, but you have to find the children. Please find them. Make sure that they're all right.
So it doesn't bother you at all that I'm calling the camp, checking up on the kids?
No, not at all. I mean, after all those crazy things I said, I'm sorry if I upset you.
Yeah, hello. Yes, my name is Joshua Lewis. I'm wondering if I could talk to the camp director, please? He's not. Well, perhaps you could help me then. My children are Mara and Shane.
I was wondering how they're doing. They're there. And they're doing fine. I see. Is it possible for me to talk to my daughter? I just want to say she's on an overnight camping trip. Okay. Well, no, just tell her and her brother that that their daddy, he loves them very much and misses them.
So does their mama.
Yes, I'm sorry. Their mama and daddy love them both very much. Thank you for your time.
So, you see? I was just upset before, and that's why I said all those wild things. You're not going to send me away anymore, are you, Joshua?